Good afternoon, everyone. We are students from City of Malabon University, taking Bachelor of Culture and Arts Education, presenting our vlog about a stepping stone inspirational story of masteral educators. As we all know, being a teacher is not easy, just like what we think. But being a teacher is just a stepping stone to start all of the responsibilities, hardships, and challenges to foster learnings in every student that is needed by the learners to their future. Teachers also serves as a second parent inside the classroom where they guide us, teach us, share their knowledge that helps to nurture our learnings not only for ourselves but also as a good citizen in our country. Teachers are the ones shapes the knowledge and wisdom of every student. Not only teaches their subjects, but also defining the whole characteristic of students. The teacher is not only a vocation, but a profession that is needed by the society to build a holistic development of our community and the country itself. But being a teacher is not just only an ordinary teacher. It took a lot of time, patience, and effort to make your profession to the next level.
So one of the most challenging parts to get the master's degree is more on financial aspect and also the time needed to focus to finish the units that you have been taken. This vlog shows the experiences that can make us inspired, motivate to grow as future teachers. Having an idea of how and what the experience that we could encounter in pursuing a master's degree. In this vlog, we've interviewed a teachers with a master's degree by providing them a set of questions regarding about their experiences.
Okay, let's now proceed to the main content of this blog. Our first interviewee is a professor from City of Malabon University named Floradelma D. Manahan, Master Teacher 1 in Imelda Elementary School. Our first question, how many years that you have been in the field of teaching as a master teacher?
I am grade 1 teachers at 20 years. Hindi ako inaalis sa grade 1 kasi non-reader. Favorite ako ng mga principal sa grade 1 teacher.
Second question, what event in your teaching do you remember the most?
I'm always asking my principal to be a demonstration teachers. Parati niya akong sinasabak sa demo, sa division, at parati kong sinasabak sa yung mga dancer ko sa pagsasayaw. Parati nilang tinatawag. Pag sinabing floor, kailangan ko ng dancer. Yung mga folk dance, alam mo na, ako na yung tinatawag nila.
The third question, as you become a master teacher, what challenges did you experience and how it affects you?
Okay, as a master teacher, it's very hard to be a master teacher. First of all, you cannot please everybody. Then, ang ibig ba sabihin yan, ngayon yung pandemic, because I'm already 60 years old and I didn't know how to handle the technology. So far, I'm willing to cook up the new system of this class.
The fourth question, is being a master teacher is a high credibility when it comes in teaching?
In the elementary schools, I'm handled 18 teachers in grade 1. So I am the mentor and they are the mentees of my mentees.
The fifth question, what adjustment did you do as you become a master teacher? Is it difficult? Consumes a lot of time? More stressful?
My time is quarter to 6 to 12 o'clock. So as a master teacher, you work 8 hours. Ako not 8 hours. I'm stay in the school. So we have many plenty of things that you are going to do, doing IMS, read the reading remedial teaching. Yes, some of the teacher came to me to ask their lesson plan. They ask they asking help about their lesson plan, especially the new one.
The sixth question. What qualities do you think you have to be an excellent master teacher?
Una-una, you have a master's degree, then patient, passion to be a qualified to be a master teacher.
The last question. As a master teacher who take good leadership towards others, especially to your colleagues, what can you advise to future educators?
First, una-una talaga, ito ang pinaka sinasabi ko sa kanila. Dapat ang senior hindi nila iiwanan. Magbibigay pa rin sila pugay sa mga senior. Hindi pulkit bago kayo, iniitsapwera na yung mga senior kasi laging tatandaan ang senior ay mas ahead. Hindi pulkit bago ka lang, akala mo kung sino ka na. Dapat always put yourself in the shoe of other. Ganon. Kasi tatanda ka din at mararamdaman mo rin kung ano ang gagawin sa inyo ng pagdating na ibang teacher. At higit sa lahat, dapat pagturo, turo. Yun lang. Wala nang ibang gagawin.
Our second interviewee is a professor from Ninoy Aquino Senior High School and City of Malabon University. His name is Mr. Leonard C. Tulod, a master teacher in social studies. The first question is, how many years that you have been in a field of teaching as a master teacher?
As a master teacher, so to be exact, as a master teacher, I've been in the teaching or been in the service for 3 years now. I was promoted in 2018. So from teacher 3 to master teacher 1. So at years na by this coming October. So yun. So 3 years. Or basta this coming October, 23 years na ako as a master teacher.
Second, what event in your teaching do you remember the most?
Ang most memorable event or experience being a master teacher, I think yung yung since pagka-master teacher ka, being for your co-teachers, of your colleagues, to your co-faculty. So, na ito yung na-assign sa iba't ibang mga activities ng school, like ikaw yung state or ikaw ang nagpe-prepare for their school learning action cell sa mga teachers, no? Talagang ikaw yung kasi ikaw yung kumbaga ikaw ang part ng pagiging MT ay talagang iga-guide mo ang mga teachers, no? So sa lahat ng mga school activities, I think memorable experience or masasabi nga nating memorable event, no, sa pagiging MT kasi from teacher 3 na kumbaga to master teacher, syempre expectations sa iyo ng faculty ng co-faculty mo nandoon i-meet or kumbaga ibigay mo at mo sa kanila na you deserve as an MT. So sa lahat ng sa lahat ng mga programs ng school, so ikaw ang nag-i-spearhead, ikaw ang nagsusupervise, ikaw ang nagma-manage to it, no? And kasi ang purpose naman ng mga school activities, lalong-lalo na ikaw ang nag-supervise, ikaw ang nagma-manage, is syempre is ma-achieve kung ano yung goal, ano yung objective mo for that particular activity.
Third, as you become a master teacher, what challenges did you experience and how it affects you?
Challenge, syempre, yan yung biglang nagdoble yung trabaho mo eh. 'Di ba? Pagka sinerge mo ang duties and responsibilities ng pagiging master teacher, ikaw yung nagme-mentee. Pag sinasabing nagme-mentee, ikaw yung you are the mentor, tapos yung mga teacher 1 to 3, sila yung mentee mo. No? Ikaw ang ano sa kanila, nagtitrain sa kanila. Kasi ang pagiging MT, ang pinaka main duty mo is dapat in terms of teaching, talagang effective teacher ka, no? Kumbaga, being an MT, no? Demonstration teacher ka. So, ang challenging part doon ng pagiging MT is paano mo ma-fulfill, paano mo ma-satisfied ang expectation sa iyo ng mga co-teachers mo. So, yun ang challenging part ng pagiging MT. Kasi, syempre, ang expectation sa iyo, since MT ka, modelo, ano, ikaw ang, hindi naman idol, hindi ikaw ang tinitingnan, no? Kasi, ikaw ang instructional leader sa kanila, ikaw ang tawag doon, ikaw ang tinitingnan at ginagaya pagdating sa pagtuturo. So, dapat meron kang mga innovations, meron kang mga interventions na ginagawa na magbibigay inspirasyon din sa mga co-teachers mo. Kasi lahat naman tayo, from teacher 1 to teacher 3, syempre lahat naman ng teachers may pangarap na maging master teacher. Aside from good ang sari ng MT, syempre ang pagiging malaking sweldo is yung trabaho, yung expectation sa iyo ng principal, 'di ba? Expectation din sa iyo ng mga estudyante mo, expectation din sa iyo ng mga co-teacher mo. So yun ang challenging part, no? Yun yung challenge pagiging MT. Paano mo sila ma-fulfill, paano mo sila mabigyan ng satisfaction in terms of your performance. So magpapakita ka talaga ng galing at husay na hindi man sa ipagmamayabang mo, kundi ipakita mo sa kanila na you are deserving for that position. So, yun, satisfaction ng ng boss mo at ng mga co-teachers at ng estudyante ang medyo challenging sa part ng pagiging MT.
Fourth, is being a master teacher is a high credibility when it comes in teaching?
Ay, oo, dapat you have high credibility, dapat you are kaya nga master, yung ibig sabihin when it comes to content, 'di ba? When it comes to strategies, when it comes to assessment, no? Talagang pagsasabi kasi ng high credibility, dapat ibig sabihin tinitingala ka eh. No? Kasi sabi ko nga kanina, pang MT instructional leader ka, pag instructional leader, so dapat ikaw ay meron kang sakaba sa mga teachers mo, kaya nga na-promote ka as MT because you have something to you na wala sa mga ordinary teachers, no? Talagang kaya nga pag sinabing MT, 'di ba, automatically ang nasa isip natin teacher kasi MT siya. 'Di ba? So ang expectation sa iyo nandoon talaga. So ipakita mo na, kasi mahirap ang pagiging MT na wala kang maipakitang kakaiba o lang ng high credibility sa mga co-teachers. Diba? So, ang mangyayari, ba't naging empty yan? Galing pa ako sa, no? Kaya natin ma-please ang tao. So, at pag-teacher ka, you have to show that you are credible enough, no, as a master teacher. So when it comes to mastery of the lessons, you have that, di ba? Leadership, di ba? Importante din yung leadership skills, Jacqueline, no? Magsasabing leadership skills is paano mo mapasunod ang mga teachers mo, no? Yan yung isa rin sa challenging part pala ng pagiging MT, no? Yung paano mo mapasunod, paano mo ma-motivate, ma-inspired ang mga co-teachers mo. So, ayan. So, talagang credible ka. You have a high credibility as a master teacher.
Fifth, what adjustments did you do as you become a master teacher? Is it difficult? Consumes a lot of time? More stressful?
Pagdating sa adjustment, since ang classroom, ang pagiging isang ordinary classroom teacher tapos na-promote as master teacher, hindi naman ganun kalaki ang adjustment kasi ang focus kasi talaga ng MTS na sa classroom ka, no, nagtuturo ka talaga. Unlike kapag ikaw ay ay teacher tapos naging head teacher, iba na kasi ang focus noon. Pag head teacher kasi administrative yan eh, ibig sabihin more of management. So, sa pagdating sa adjustment, hindi masyadong nag-adjust kasi normally nga pag MT naman talaga is focus sa teaching, no, sa curriculum. Kumbaga curriculum ang focus namin. So, instruction. So, pagdating sa adjustment, Jackie, parang hindi naman ganun kabigat or hindi naman naging kahirap para sa akin kasi still ang nature ng work ng pagiging MT from teacher 3 is the same lang. Ang nagkaroon lang ng kaunting pagbabago is you have yun nga no, you have a lot of ancillary services, no. Ikaw ay naging ano ka na, isa part ka na ng tawag doon ng o ikaw na ang namumuno pagdating sa mga SLAC, INSET, di ba? So sa ancillary lang siguro nagkakaroon ng adjustment kasi sa iyo na ibinibigay, di ba? Ang ikaw ang chairman ng SBM, ng School Based Management, di ba? Ikaw ang chairman ng graduation. So doon lang siguro nag-a-adjust pero pagdating sa instruction, hindi na masyado kasi para ang MT kasi instruction pa din, curriculum naman din ang focus.
6. What qualities do you think you have to be an excellent master teacher?
Qualities talaga. Ang pagiging master teacher siguro, no, ang number one na meron ka dapat is yung pagiging professional. Pag sinasabing professional, Jackie, yung parang kaya mong pakisamahan lahat ng tao, no? Hindi lang ng mga co-teachers mo, faculty, hindi lang ng iyong principal, hindi lang ng assistant principal, kundi ng maging mga estudyante, no, at ng community, 'di ba? Ano ka, no, yung professional ka sa lahat ng pagkakataon. So kung may problema ang bata, nandun ka, no? Kaya mong pakinggan sila. And then pangalawa is dapat magiging passionate ka, no? When you say passionate, yung talagang wala kang ibang adhikain or layunin kundi ang makapagturo ng epektibo sa mga bata, no? Kasi ang MT nga sabi ko nga is teaching talaga, instruction talaga. So dapat passionate ka sa craft mo, and then aside from that, dapat din ikaw ay isang responsible and committed master teacher. Pag sinasabing responsible and committed, as much as possible, giging modelo ka, no? Magiging magandang halimbawa ka sa mga co-teacher mo na kapag ka mayroong mga submissions, dapat ikaw ang unang nakakapagbigay, nakapag-comply, 'di ba? Responsable ka sa lahat ng mga submissions, compliance. Tapos ang pinakamahalaga din is effective teacher ka. When you say effective teacher is effective and efficient teacher is sabihin talagang nandoon yung heart mo sa pagtuturo, no? Yung talagang kahit anong mangyari, no, ang purpose mo is makapagbigay ng quality at accessible na edukasyon sa mga estudyante. So I think sabi ko nga hindi naman siguro ako mabibigyan ng award ng Ninoy Aquino Senior High School as Student Choice Awardee teacher and best teacher, no, ng City of Malabon kung wala namang nakitang ibig sabihin qualities na maaring meron sa akin, di ba? So I think sabi nga hindi naman kumbaga hindi naman kinakailangan na i-voice out mo or ipakita mo na ikaw ay ganito para lang mabigyan ka ng award. Let the people, di ba? Let the people na sila ang mag-assess, no, kung sino ka, and yung action ang magpapakita na ikaw ay ganyang teacher. So, yung qualities, no, sabi ko nga, kung meron ka ng mga yon, responsible ka, no, committed, passionate, and professional sa lahat ng pagkakataon. So, syempre, importante yung God-fearing din, no? Na ibig sabihin, may takot ka sa Diyos, no? Mahalaga din yan sa pagiging isang master teacher. Kasi, kung wala yung qualities na iyon or mga katangian na iyon sa pagiging MT, maaaring ikaw ay hindi masaya, di ba? Hindi ang pagiging empty po ay hindi para maipagyabang mo ang posisyon mo. Kasi karaniwan sa mga empty no noon, mga lalo na sa mga traditional na pag empty ka, ikaw yung sinasamba, ikaw yung tinitingala nila. Dapat hindi ganoon yung mindset o hindi ganoon ang pagiging empty. Ang empty dapat ikaw ang nagga-guide, 'di ba? Ikaw ang magiging ah good example dito sa mga susunod na mga teachers, no? At bibigyan mo sila ng motivation and inspiration, ba? So, hindi dapat ikaw yung magiging pabigat, kundi ikaw ang nagbibigay solusyon sa mga problema, lalong-lalo na sa mga teachers mo na na ano no, na nag-struggle pagdating sa pagtuturo. So, nandyan ka, magba-back up ka sa kanila. Ika-guide mo sila, 'di ba? So, yun ang ano no, yun talaga ang pinaka tawag doon, ang pinaka duty at obligasyon ng pagiging master teacher.
And for the last question, as a master teacher who takes good leadership towards others, especially to your colleagues, what can you advise to the future educators?
Ayan, maganda yan, no? Ang advice ko sa mga future educators, lalong-lalo na ngayon siguro sa mga nakikinig sa akin, no, in this interview. Sabi nga, hindi mo makukuha yung pangarap mo kung wala kang ginawang sa sarili mo. Tama ba? So, lahat tayo ay nagsisimula sa pagiging isang ordinary classroom teacher. Diba? At laging tatandaan, walang masamang mangarap. Kasi ang pangarap, libre nga. Diba? Yun nga ang lagi ng kasabihan. So, nung ako ay naging master teacher, nung 2018, ako ay 5 years pa lang dun sa service kasi pumasok ako sa service ng pagtuturo is in 2013 lang. So, after 5 years, I was promoted. No? Sabi nga ng ibang mga teachers, ang bilis ng promotion ko. So, sa madaling salita, hindi na ngayon usapin ang edad pagdating sa promotion. As long as meron kang growth sa sarili mo, ang mahalaga, no, ang ginawa kong mga naging susi, no, kung bakit ako nandito ngayon sa posisyon na ito. Number one is maging good follower ka, no? When follower, kung ikaw ay binibigyan ng trabaho ng iyong boss, ng iyong principal mo, ng iyong leader, ng iyong department head, no, ng iyong supervisor, wag mong tanggihan. Ang ibig sabihin, binigyan ka ng trabaho, i-take mo siya as a challenge and tinitrain ka na nila. So, sa madaling salita, iwasan ang pagtanggi sa mga trabaho. Always accept the challenge. Kasi once na binigyan ka ng work, ibig sabihin yung trust sa'yo. Diba? At wag mo yung i-take as pinahirapan ka or trabaho yon. No. I-take mo siya as challenge na makakatulong sa iyong professional and personal growth. Kasi yan ang ginawa ko nung sa Longos, di ba? Bago ako binigay binigyan ako ng advisor, binigyan, di ba? So, tanggapin mo, wag kang tumala. Kasi, in the end of the day, you will harvest the fruit of labor. Ang ibig sabihin, itong mga ginawa mo ngayon, hindi mo pa makikita sa ngayon. Pero darating ang panahon, makikita mo na kung gaano ka-importante yung binigay sa iyo na trabaho nung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho, nung ikaw ay binigyan pa lang ng trabaho. Pangalawa, ay talagang sumunod ka lang sa iyong immediate superior, no, mga principal, department head. And then pangalawa is mag-aral ka, no? Sabi nga sa isang 'di ba sa ating profesyon, laging sinasabi, learning is a continuous process, no? Walang ending ang pagkatuto. Kaya na bachelor's degree, proceed ka hanggang sa doctoral, no? Kailangan 'yon sa atin, no? Talagang kinakailangan tayo ay mag-aral. Yan kasi ang ginawa kong isa sa mga susi, no? Kung bakit ako nag-MT, dahil nag-aral ako ng mas maaga. Mas bata ka pa, mas mas magandang nandoon kasi mismo na matuto ka pa. Okay, so mag-aral, maging good father. Iwasan ang magiging committed ka lang sa trabaho mo. Magturo ka talaga, hindi yung kung ano-ano yung ginagawa mo. Kasi, di ba, kaya nga tayo ay pumili ng profesyon ng pagtuturo kasi ang trabaho nito ay magturo, no? Ang importante ay may matututo ang bata sa iyo kasi hindi naman ikaw ang magsasabi na magaling kang teacher eh. Ang magsasabi na ikaw ay magaling na teacher ay mula sa estudyante mo. 'Di ba? So, kung 'yun ay susundin natin at natin 'yon, no, maisabuhay natin sa sarili natin pag tayo ay maging isang ganap na guro na sa darating na panahon, then walang imposible, no, na ikaw ay magiging master teacher at a very young age. Kasi sa panahon natin ngayon, sabi ko nga, hindi na sukatan ang tagal, hindi na sukatan ng edad para ikaw ay ma-promote, kundi ito ay performance-based. No? Pag sasabing performance-based, mapopromote ka dahil pinaghirapan mo at may nakitang ikaw ay isang deserved, no, na teacher para mag-master teacher. Kasi sa totoo lang, ang lahat ng mga guro sa public school, yun ang pangarap maging MT. So, para matupad mo yun, kinakailangan gumawa ka sa sarili mo, hindi lang yung dada, no, na wala ka namang ginagawa. Okay? So, kailangan ng sipag, tiyaga, no, at magiging mabuting halimbawa na guro, no, sa iyong mga estudyante.
Let us proceed to the overall conclusion. Based from the indicate findings, the following conclusion was drawn. First, the interviewers find that to become a master teacher, you need to suffer a lot of challenges in life. Have a lot of patience and be responsible on what you are doing, especially in a field of teaching. Second, the interviewers find that being a master teacher is a high credibility when it comes in teaching. Third, interviewers find that in the midst of pandemic, teacher was having a huge adjustment, especially in the materials that being used in teaching, and it's difficult, time to consuming, and stressful. Fourth, one of the qualities to become a master teacher is have a degree holder, have a passion, and more on self-adjustment, especially in the midst of this pandemic. Fifth, teachers' advice to the future educators is being a humble educator at all time. Be respectful and good follower.
Being a futuristic and having a determination is one of the great instruments for us as a future teacher. One of the essentials that master teacher must have is patience because, as per Mrs. Manahan said, not everyone can please. Upon the interviews, they are all met by agreeing that one of their memorable experience is a school activity. We are happy that across the challenges and hardship, happiness is imperishable. Hardship is along with success. No one can pass through winning without suffering. After the interviews, we noticed that they were all equal by achieving their goals. We learned that master teachers are a very busy job because you need to guide new teachers for them to cope up, as per Mr. Tulad said.
It's midnight, we're going all night. Can you pass a drink to get the vibe right? Don't feel like having a Bud Light. How's tequila with some salt and lime?